CEU has had a very busy month. We've hosted two major conferences and had a number of major appointments here at CEU. I think the most exciting thing that happened was just a couple of weeks ago, where we had 400 participants in a major international conference on freedom of expression on the internet called Internet at Liberty 2010. It was attended by people from 74 countries, academics, government officials, representatives of companies like Facebook and Google, and also bloggers who were here to talk about how they use the internet. And there were some major issues that surfaced involving privacy, involving security, involving the interest that governments sometimes have in restricting access to the internet and what might be done to overcome that, and also the internet as a force of change in political openness and indeed the promotion of open society. The conference reached probably as many as 3 or 4 million people by any estimates of what was being projected through the various media, including Twitter and the video streaming that went on the CEU website. So that was very, very exciting. Just a week before that, we had the opening day ceremony at CEU, and we were very pleased to have as our keynote speaker the foreign minister of Hungary, of the new Hungarian government, who delivered a very exciting speech in many ways, because it showed that CEU is regarded by Hungarian government officials and the Hungarian public, I think, as a major asset here in Hungary, a place where intellectual discourse can take place with people from across the world, and in many ways projecting CEU as an intellectual center in Central Europe. And that was certainly the perspective that Foreign Minister János Martonyi had when he gave the keynote address on that opening day, which took place, incidentally, in the same location that the conference, which was to take place on the internet very shortly, took place. Just before our opening day ceremony, we had a major international conference here of the crisis in macroeconomics and the whole question of economic theory and how some of economic theory contributed, existing economic theory, to the financial crisis and the economic crisis that we're going through here. This was a conference that was keynoted by the Nobel laureate Joseph Stiglitz, who's now a frequent visitor to CEU, I'm pleased to say, and attended by some 75 economists from throughout Europe and North America and a few from Asia, all of whom were questioning some of the underlying theories in economics today, which have been in many ways responsible for some of the failures to predict the economic crisis. The final major event that took place here just about a week and a half ago was a visit by the Dalai Lama, who had been invited to CEU. He was also invited to Budapest by the Buddhist Society of Hungary, and CEU was very honored to have him come and deliver a lecture to many of our students and faculty, and enter into discussion with students and faculty. This was a lecture that was very much in keeping with the principles of free academic inquiry here. It was also not a public event. It was an event brought within the framework of CEU's academic activities. Just a few other things that have happened just to indicate how exciting this last period has been. We've appointed a new dean of the business school, Mel Horwich from NYU, who will be starting up on January 1st. We have a new vice president for student services and recruitment, Peter Johnson, who comes to us from the University of California at Berkeley, the Haas School of Business, where he was the director of admissions. And we've also celebrated some major achievements by several of our faculty who were honored internationally. Professor Uwe Poeter from the Public Policy Department received a Jean Monnet Chair from the European Commission for his path-breaking work on European Union research. Professor Anton Palinka was elevated by the President of Hungary to the highest level, the Egyetemi Tanár position of any academic position in Hungary. So this has been a time of great achievement, excitement, and CEU, once again, I think is very pleased to be the center of so much activity. And certainly it's my pleasure as President and Rector to preside over this very exciting institution. Coming up in another couple of weeks will be our Board of Trustees meeting, which will take place here in Budapest. We also have quite a number of other major conferences and events that will be taking place over the next 6 weeks.